All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. It is April 20th, 2026. Man, Kristen, the first month of Q2 is like just about done. Man, oh man, what are your thoughts on that as the intro music plays us in?
Where did the first 20 days go? I don't know. But
I don't know either.
I'm excited about today. We have a jam-packed day for everybody today.
This is a jam-packed day.
Fill up your coffee. You're going to want to stay seated for this. There's a lot to cover today.
Indeed, my friends. Indeed. I just realized it's.
What?
I'm not gonna say it.
What? No, say it. Go ahead. What did you realize?
No, it's stupid. It's a stupid. It's just dumb.
Frank, let's not change the whole style of the show now. I mean, come on. What is it?
It's 420.
Is there a significance to that? Why am I not getting it? Maybe I haven't had enough coffee.
You know what? You do seem like someone who wouldn't get it, Kristen.
I don't.
Hey, it's a compliment. Trust me, it's a compliment.
All right, now I feel like stupid. Now
you don't know what 420 is?
I do not know what 420 is.
It's what is it? Put it in the
Honestly.
chat. How would you describe it? I don't know how to describe it. So if you guys know, put it in the chat. Pothead Day.
Oh, for heaven's sake. That's why I don't know.
For heaven's sake. I know. Yeah. Well, I'm from California.
You are.
Yeah, what are you going to say? So anyway, not that that's significant. It's just, I just noticed it.
Well, you live in this world, so it's important to your business and, your clientele that you have, I guess, know these things.
Someone said it's Willie Nelson Day. I think that is true, right? Did they make that for, I think that's legit. Like somebody coined that or something like that. So
I'm going to have to Google it. Everybody else seems to know. I'm the only one.
Right. Well, good for you. Yeah. I like it. That's why you're here, Kristen, to keep us all grounded. You know what I mean? Yeah. So good stuff. Hey,
with a tennis racket.
Jen Woodland, what do you think about all this? I just can't not say hi to you this morning. What's happening?
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy 420 there, Frank.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, you Canadians, you guys kind of rule the world in that department, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think you do. I'm not even kidding. I think the Canadians are all up into that stuff. I don't know.
Drive down the highway and that's all you smell because of all the warehouses.
All right. Well, let's get to some business here. Some beeswax, man. Let's see. We're 2 minutes in. Before we bring up Bill Rudy Devers. Yeah, that's right. I said it. We're going to bring up Bill Rudy Devers. We'll tell you why in a second. Just hold on. But before we do that, we just want to get some wins. Let's see if we can get at least one good win in. So who can give us a good win? Somebody give us a good win. From over the weekend, how about open houses? Anybody have a good win at an open? There we go. Jim, what do you got?
Hey there. Excuse me. How y'all doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. So ended up sending out some birthday greetings. And a past customer called me up and said he owned 10 rental properties in Texas, and he needs to cash out all 10 of them.
Okay.
He also owns about 12 others, but he's got a good note on those. So I'm thinking of a little DSCR loans for him, and we're having a conversation today. So amazing what a little email will do for you.
It is amazing, man. Congrats, brother. Good win. Love it. Get a big cheer for that.
Top of mind, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's always nice. Hey, I need to refi 10 properties. All right. Look, I'm in the middle of breakfast, but okay.
And I'm still not sure about what this 420 thing means, but it sort of sounded for a couple minutes there like maybe Jim was partaking.
Yeah. You were breaking up, Jim. That's what you was referring to. All right.
Couldn't reach for it fast enough.
There you go. All right. Hey, we got Greg, too. Greg, you got a quick win? We got to get hustling, buddy. We got a big show. Big show. Let's go.
Quick win. I decided to slow down my ask for the business this week, and I got my first current client referral in a long time by slowing down and then telling them how to introduce me to their family member, which is a group text introduction. And then I also had an agent who sent me a new lead because I have been marking off on my sheet every time I ask for the business. So 2 new amazing leads, slowing down.
Nice.
Wonderful. Excellent. Slow it down. Clearly ask. Teach how to connect with you. Wonderful. Great work, brother. Congratulations, Greg. Good stuff. All right, my friends, we're going to introduce a quick news segment to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. And let me hear.
Is there walk-up music? Did you create something?
Kristen. Please. Absolutely. You know I did. Here we go. You ready? Are you ready?
Okay.
Check the bonds, check the rates. It's Rudy Deaver's Market Update. It's Rudy Deaver's Market Update. Woo!
All right, guys. Rudy Deaver's Market Update, my friends. A new little segment we're doing every day here, almost every day. As many days as Rudy will do it for us, right? If you're not familiar, Rudy is definitely one of the MBS nerdy geeks that we have on the show. I know there's a bunch of you, but I thought, well, we need to get somebody to give us a quick market update. And so, Rudy, how's it going, man? What's the market looking like today?
Well, it looks like we got a couple, 3 reports coming out that are going to affect us a little bit as far as rates are concerned. We got the one that's most reliable is the ADP weekly employment report. If you don't know, they use 26 million employees and they track them. And that's the reason why their report seems to be a lot more reliable than the BLS report that we're going to be getting on Thursday for the jobless claims. So, the BLS only uses the, I think it's 121,000 employers. So that's the reason why they're always downward revising their numbers. Plus, also too, there's a little political skewing of the BLS where it's not skewed with ADP. The job figures aren't really forecasted to do too much. The thing that's going to probably affect us a little bit is pending home sales that's coming out on Tuesday as well, and we got mortgage apps coming out on Wednesday as well. So. A little bit of news coming out this week, in addition to all the regular stuff that we get to deal with on a daily basis. And it's really kind of funny how you got that 420 stuff tied down, Frank, and you also got that tie stick situation under wraps as well. So
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Just points to a little dubious Navy partying.
Probably, what I mean? Probably, yeah. So good stuff, man. Awesome. So when do give the dates of these indicators again?
Tuesday is the ADP report, and there's a retail sales report that comes out, and the pending home sales comes out Tuesday as well.
So Tuesday's a busy day.
The ADP report usually comes out in the morning. The pending home sales and stuff comes out in the afternoon, and then Wednesday we've got mortgage apps. That mortgage applications auction comes out as well, and then Thursday is the BLS report. When I worked at the SEC, we never even paid attention to the BLS report, to be honest with you.
You worked at the SEC?
Yeah.
Really? He's like a secret agent.
I was an analyst for a few years for SEC.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. I think we picked the right guy. You know what I mean? Pick the right guy. Did you have something to share with these guys, a slide or anything? If not, it's all good.
I kicked it over to my girl Kristen. Can you call me up, or did I ambush?
All right, give me a second. I did not see an attachment, but perhaps clearly there's things I don't know that are going on this morning. So give me.
Well, it's the first one we've done.
I'm still over here feeling weird about it, so I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway,
we're getting our feet underneath us here.
I probably have to take blame for that. I just sent her an email, dude. So it's my fault.
No, it's okay. Well, if you got something handy, throw in the chat. Either one of you, that'd be great. If it's helpful for everybody, of course it is. If you put it together, so. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Good stuff, man. Hey, Bill, thank you so much, Rudy, man. Thank you, brother. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. Okay, guys, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, economic data is coming out. So keep your eye on the bond market when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right. Hey, before we get into the really, 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 really big show, not that this isn't big as well, we have Megan Pavoni back with us. Hello, Megan. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thanks for asking. Is Matt here with us? Did he show up as well, or did we not
Matt's
know?
here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Matt?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matt. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good, good, good. So, real quick, guys, just a couple of minutes. Of course, you probably already know Megan Pavoni. She was with ARF. She does the business loans, and she's talked to a ton of you guys, right? A lot of you guys have reached out to her, but you've made a switch and you've gone over to work with Matt, and there's some advantages to that switch. So, I was hoping you guys could really quickly, just in the next couple of minutes, just let them know what the switch is, why the switch was made, how it's going to benefit everybody, the kind of money they can make for doing these business loans. The quick high level overview. Go for it. Whoever wants to take it, take it.
So I'll start just why I left. I left because I wanted more opportunities for all of you guys. So ARF has a great product, but London Olive Capital, where I'm with now, that's Matt's company, they work with so many different partners with so many different products. So the approval rate much, much higher. So we make much more money. So Matt, take it from here.
Yeah, so that's definitely the lead on that. ARF is a phenomenal product, right? What we notice is our internal approval rate's about 92%. Now, those terms are all over the place. It's not going to be as prime as something as ARF. But what kind of differentiated ourselves is we were actually originally in healthcare finance pre-COVID, and that we were a one-trick pony. Right. Through COVID, we had to kind of figure out how to deploy our capital a little bit more effectively as a syndicate fund. And we just went completely industry agnostic and started putting our money on the books with a whole lot of lenders, right? So there is really no industry that we can't touch. I would say the one that would be difficult is casinos, because historically everyone always loses for the clients and the lenders. I don't know why that is, but that was funny. Yeah, so we can work with clients in all sorts of different subsets, with all different situations. So you can pretty much bring anything to us, and it's pretty simple. Typically is a term loan is what you'll see from us. We'll go unsecured. We do offer lines of credit very similar to ARF. Our most popular close recently has been a flex pay option, where our payments actually fluctuate with the client's revenue, right? So if they're going to hit a slowdown, let's say you're up in the neck of the woods of Megan, you get a giant snowstorm and you can't get restaurant customers into your restaurant, and you're making zero revenue, your payments are zero, right? And we also cap those payments. So let's say your average weekly payment would be around $2,000. You see a reduction of 50% revenue, you go down to $1,000, but we will cap it at that 2,000. We'll never go over it. So it's been, when people are opening new locations, let's say you went out there, you got a mortgage refi for somebody from one of their properties, they put it into it. They're 20%, they're 80% of the way there. They need the other 20%, but that owner is going to be at his new location, really like working and trying to get that moving. And his other restaurant's probably going to suffer a little bit of revenue decline, which he's smart to do it in his slow season either way. Our payments are going to mimic what they're doing. So that's definitely been a very popular product of ours. Anybody you run into that has a lot of loans out already, we can take a look at it and get them some terms, because every single time you take another deal, your terms get less money, more aggressive, and more expensive. We don't really believe that it's a good idea to have more of 3 of these. So if we find somebody with 2, we try to figure out how to put them into 1 with more favorable terms. Trying to think about any other products. We will do we don't do SBA loans. We're not a depository institution that has an SBA license. We do have a preferred bank, though, that we work with pretty well. However, we are a syndicate on some non-bank options that do mimic SBA loans. And with regulation that passed back in, I think it was June of 2025, there's a lot more red tape on those. And especially now, I think you have to be a citizen, not a permanent resident. So there will be some loans maturing that need to be refied if, your client is not a U.S. citizen. So we kind of try to get in front of that one a little bit and buy these guys some time to figure out some better financing options.
Cool. Hey, so we do have to move along to the next segment. So guys, it's workwithloc.com. That's the new link, workwithloc.com. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Megan. But just to be clear, guys, these are business loans. If you remember with Megan, these are loans that if you have self-employed people, they run businesses, they need business loans. That's what these guys do. Now they're basically unlimited except for casinos, but they're basically unlimited on the business type. And because in the past that was a little bit of a limitation, right, Megan? We were struggling with some of the business types that we could do. Plus, real quick, Megan, what kind of money can they make for these business loans?
I just put
refer to
in
you?
the flyer that I made. Yeah, I just
Okay.
put in the flyer that I made. You can make up to 12 points, meaning there's no residuals with LOC. So basically, you can make a minimum of 3, but up to 12, depending on how often we can renew or they take draws. So lots more opportunity, lots more ways to get paid.
Yeah, and then you could do secured and unsecured now, because in the past it was always unsecured, right? But now you guys have some flexibility.
We
in that
have
as well.
some secured options. You're not going to get paid as much on them, but the unsecured, you do get paid the same, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and real quick to hit on that secured option, we're rolling that one out next week. It's a 3-year term loan. We'll take a second or a third against any property. And our rates are starting at 11%. So
second or third against any property, rate start 11th. That's pretty nice, right? You can make some great money with these guys. Look, you want to learn more, go to workwithloc.com. They can also put a PDF in there for you, but workwithloc.com, business funding. Matt, Megan, thanks for dropping in real quick and giving us the update. Super appreciate it.
No, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys. Now let's bring up Mr. Mike Black and Mr. Jimmy Reed. What's going on, fellas?
Morning. Happy 420.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know you were from Cali, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm up near the Mendocino coast, bro. This is where it happens.
It's the OG. Yeah. So, wow, this is going to be cool, man. I'm super excited to bring Mike on the show, guys, and you're gonna dig this. Here we go. Let's get started. So, Mike, let me get this straight. I just want to make sure everybody's clear. You're a producer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then you're also a branch manager, right?
Yeah, I think my official title is originating branch manager.
That's very descriptive. Yeah. Okay. So originating branch manager. All right. And then plus you're a coach.
I'm a coach
right?
as well. Yeah.
Let's talk numbers. Okay. As an individual, like, how you doing? Like, what kind of deals? What's the volume you kind of do? Just out of curiosity.
Is it okay if I jump in, man? Mike's been $100 million producer 3 years in a row.
Okay, so there we go. We got that out of it.
His branch does a quarter billion.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're a $100 million guy. Branch is a $250 million branch, right? Big deal stuff. And you're a coach, right?
Yes.
So, I just thought that would be really good. Jimmy, we were talking, I just thought it'd be really good to kind of explore this guy's brain a little bit, and kind of pick it apart and kind of shake him around and see what falls out. Yeah. One of the things that we brought up, the email that we sent out was, hey, 3 traits of a top producer, 3 common traits. And I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that, Mike, and what you think that those traits might be, but also just how do you do it, man? What's working for you on the personal production side? Like, what's moving the needle, man? What's going on?
Yeah, no, if I had to really narrow it down to the top 3 traits that I think that it takes to be productive, a top producer in this business, or just not even a top producer, just like someone that can make a good living in this business. My number 1 would probably have to be having a process, like a good process for everything that you do. I mean, that goes from like when a lead comes in, it starts with how do you start your day, right? I mean, how do I start my day? I've got a process around how I wake up in the morning, what I do. I'm usually in the gym by 4 a.m. I do a lot of gratitude in the mornings. Like there's a process around just waking up in the morning, and that's what really gets my day kicked off on the right note. But it goes all the way from like lead to how you take the intake of a client, how you meet with a client. I have a process around all that, all the way to the closing table, and then a process after closing. What happens after closing? I think that's like one of the biggest misses in our business is that we're just not, I've got so many like opportunities right now with past clients because I'm very good at keeping in touch with those people and staying in front of them even after closing, so that we don't lose them. I work so hard to get them. The last thing I want to do is lose them. So number one, just have a process. Like start small. Like start with your process in the morning and and then think about every segment of your day and develop a process around that. And it even goes as far as building a team, right? How do you build a team? Like, there's a process around all of that. So that's my number one. Um, my number two, I've always been, and I think probably a lot of us on this call can relate to this, but I've always gone in the past, it's probably in the last 5 years I've changed this, but I've always gone after agents that I just feel comfortable with, or business partners. Like, I didn't care about their volume per se, right? I saw something in them. They didn't necessarily do the best business in the world. So my number two tactic that I think you have to have right now is get out of that mindset of going after the realtor that is a 2 to 3 unit producer per year. I started going after bigger agents probably about 5 years ago, and that's where I really started seeing some explosion in my business. So having no fear is my number two. Like having no fear to talk to bigger agents.
Hmm.
Some of the biggest agents in my market, I think I probably make more than they do, but I was always like timid to go up and like have a conversation with them. I think I bring a lot of value to the table, and I think, I can really make their lives easier. But you have to believe that by them working with you, their business is going to be better off. And you truly have to believe that. I think I was just on a call the other day with Hunter Marquardt, and he's, over here in my company, and that was one of the things that he said, that you have to truly believe that your client and your agent will be better off working with you, than working with anyone else out there. And I believe that. I believe that I provide the most opportunity for people to win. Chicago's tough. Like it's cutthroat. There's literally 15 to 20 offers on every single freaking deal we're doing right now. It's insane. I was in 6 multiple offers this weekend. I think the least had 7 offers on it. The most had like 25 offers on it. So you got to know what value means. For me, value means that I'm going to help people win the deals.
Hey, I have a question,
I
dude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got so much stuff flying out here. So good.
Cool.
How do you, in that competitive market, which isn't everywhere, but it has been, how do you get your offers accepted? Like, I have two questions. Like, how do you change, what did you do to change your mindset around working with more qualified agents? How did you make that change? And number two is, how do you get your offers accepted?
Well, the mindset around the agents is really just look at what a qualified agent is to you, right? And so for me, I don't even look at a realtor unless I see something really big in them at the early stages. I don't even would not even go after an agent that does less than 6 buy-side transactions in a year. Most of what I target is like around 12 to 15 buy-sides in a year. When I go after them, it's more or less like I'm always looking for the warm intros. I'm not a cold call guy. So like I look to see who I work with already that might know them, or who's in their office that can make an intro, whether it be through a buddy lunch or whether it be through like just experience. Like, hey, I work with Mike Black. You need to work with Mike Black. That's the best intro that I can possibly get, is if someone that's already worked with me and they know how we operate and what we do for them. I want that to be an intro to someone else that's in their office that I think I could really do some good business with.
Awesome.
So let's say you've got that relationship and you want this agent to refer you to another agent. Do you do the research first on who you want them to introduce you to? You don't just go, hey, can you introduce me to one of your favorite other agents? You go, no, can you introduce me to that particular agent?
Both. Both. If I come across an agent on a deal that I know that they work in a certain office, I will reach out to someone that I know in that office and see if we can get a lunch together.
Hmm.
A lot of my agents, I went down, and Jimmy probably might disagree with me on this, but during the pandemic, I was working with about 80 realtors pretty consistently, and it drove me nuts. So
I
I've
agree
changed.
100% on that. It's like,
Yeah, I've changed my whole complexion on how I look at working with realtors. I narrowed it down to about 15. I called it the dream team, and I narrowed it down to 15 busy agents. That was like that was the game changer in my business because now all of a sudden I'm not taking out the 2 or 3 deal a year agent to lunch and wasting time because they might send me one out of the 3. I'm going after like the ones that I know I can have a great relationship with that I like to hang out with. Like all 15 of those people that are on my dream team list, and there's probably about 25 to 30 that I work with consistently, but on the top 15, I just like hanging out with. They're just fun. This
oh,
job
hey,
is too hard to like not have fun.
dude, you're so onto something. We say you got to go deep with 10 to 20 realtors. I say that all the time. And you're the one who's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then back to the question on how do I win on multiple offers? Um, my conversion rate last year was about 60% in multiple offers, and we uh, we do a very thorough upfront uh, a meeting with a client. So that's where my value comes in. My value is to get them comfortable with the uncomfortable and to really have them as feel good about what they're getting ready to walk into so they're not getting out there with their agent and not feeling good about their finances. So we do like a fully underwritten setup for them up front. So the agents know they've been fully underwritten. I meet with them for an hour on a buyer consultation, and I really just hammer down like, here's what you need to know about what you're getting ready to walk into. And I go through about 7 or 8 of my top tactics on how to compete at a high level in this market. So by the time they get out with their agent, they feel good already. They're dialed in. They know they're going to have to take some risk, but the things that I put in front of them that they're going to have to do, we execute on it. And that's the difference. Like if you're presenting top tactics for people to compete in, and you can't deliver on that, you've like shot yourself in the foot, and you're putting like people in harm's way. But I know I can deliver on what I'm telling them I can do. And if anybody has any questions on tactics on how to compete in multiple offers, I don't mind if you reach out some way, shape, or form. But like I'll give you those. I don't care. But we're winning at a high level right now. Okay, so that's important.
Third trait.
My third trait is you have to get coached. I've been so I went through. I've been
Do
in
you get
business.
coached currently? You are a
I,
coach, but do you get coached?
I do. I do. Yeah. You have to get coached by someone that's better than you, and that's super important. I actually went through this. I've been in the business for 23 years. So in 2015 was when I started coaching. I was in the core for a while, and got out of that, and I've been with Jimmy for I don't know, but 6, 7 years now, and you know, and I'm not saying this as a plug for coaching per se, but I am because it changed my business. Like I was walking around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing things the wrong way for 15 years. I wasted a lot of time for 14, 15 years. Once I got into coaching, that's where I started. I couldn't get my income over $400,000 a year for 14 years. And I got into coaching and I was all of a sudden at 6, 7, a million. Like it was it was the catalyst behind building things. Like just it was basically a shortcut to like doing all the things that I was doing wrong. Like, don't do this. Like it was like the little things that matter the most in our businesses that we just continue tripping over. And it was the accountability piece as well, just holding my feet to the fire to getting the work done, holding my calendar to the fire to making sure my calendar is dialed in every day. I owe all that to coaching. That's exactly why I'm where I'm at where I'm at today.
Mm. Awesome, man. Awesome. Anybody got a quick question? We've only got a couple minutes, but also you said that your conversion, you can help people with the conversion of the offers. Maybe, Jimmy, should they go through Kristen, maybe,
Yeah.
dailysuccessplan.com? Just go to dailysuccessplan.com, guys. Let Kristen know, you'd like to engage with Mike and maybe learn more about the conversion of the pre-approved and lookings. when offers are made. That would be good. dailysuccessplan.com. Go there. And then, Mike, do you take coaching students these days, or where are you at with that? I don't know.
I'm about ready to, yeah.
About ready to.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might be able to get in with Mike. Brad, what do you got? Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
So, Mike, you're in the Chicago area, right? Which is a very
Yes.
good area. When you say that you try to meet new agents, do you mostly go out to lunch with them, or do you do anything over Zoom?
Good question.
Both. I mean, a lot of the new agents I've been meeting lately are literally on the other side of the deals. Like that's our best form of advertisement. A listing agent.
Listing agents?
Yeah.
Listing agents that are on the other side of the deals. I look them up. I know who my audience is when I'm working with them. So, I just don't have a lot of time right now to go out and like do a bunch. I'll do lunches here and there if it's the right person, but like, a lot of like my intros are a feeler over Zoom. And then if I don't know if you guys have ever been coached on the two-step close, but the two-step close is basically an intro meeting where we get to know each other a little bit. And if I like that person, then my job is to set that second meeting up. And so I'm two-step closing not only clients all day long, but I'm two-step closing agents as well and business partners. Um, and financial advisors is I've been working a lot with financial advisors lately too. And I mean, the funny part about realtors when you get on some of these calls is they had an inspection that popped up and they can't make it to the meeting. So it's like, like you get in with some of these financial advisors, they show up to every single meeting. So there's ways to get in with those guys too. But it's a lot of it's off the contract and the client. So like when I'm interviewing a client and I say, hey, you got a great savings here. Who's your financial advisor? And they'll tell me, and I'll just say, do you like them? And they say, yeah. And I'm like, would you mind introing me to your financial advisor? I'm looking for a couple more to add to my network this year, and it would be great to meet them while we're going through this process. So I've never been a cold caller in my entire life. I'm a warm intro guy. I call it reverse cold calling. Like I like to have them intro me just based off of the relationship we built.
Do you do a lot of high-end properties and clients, or do you do more first-time home buyers?
Most of my clients are first-time home buyers, believe it or not. I'm starting, but in Chicago, it's getting up to a point where like first-time home buyers are buying $800,000 homes. It's the prices are going up quite a bit. So I think my average loan amounts jumped up to about 650 this year. But that's a first-time home buyer. I've got a first-time home buyer right now just made an offer this morning on $1.5 million place. So, you know. So it's not like the $200,000 to $300,000 purchases in our market anymore. Like the prices have gone up so much that we're dealing with a higher caliber first time home buyer these days.
We're great stuff, man. We're at the top of the hour. Yeah, and it's a different world, man. That's for sure when it comes to the first time home buyer. But Kristen, let's rapid fire a few questions, and maybe you could rapid fire answer, Mike, just before we get out of here. So what do you got in the chat, Kristen?
Yeah, I mean, there's some that probably are going to be a little bit more in depth of a question, but here's a really good one. Scott says, hey, what's more important, building your team or your systems and processes? Is there one that comes before the other? Like, would you say, hey, you really got to focus on this first and then look to build the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think they both kind of go hand in hand, but I mean, you got to have a system and process for what you're doing before you can start plugging people into it. So I think that's important.
Here's another question, and I get this one a lot. What do you think about taking part in networking groups? I know it's a very broad category, right? There's so many out there, BNI, different things like that. I know I've heard Carl talk about it before. It's like, if you're going to do those things, you really have to be intentional about asking for the business. But what's your take on that, Mike? Do you do them?
I just dissolved a BNI group that I was in for 8 years because it was just too much. We actually have a little guys meetup group twice a month, which is a lot less like regimented, and they're professionals, and it's kind of like a BNI, but I like that better.
It's your own thing.
I do think there's some value to being in the networking groups, but I think BNI, the structure of BNI is just too much for me at least.
Okay.
I think it's a good way to get up in the morning and put a suit on and go to work early. That's about
It is.
that's
It
some
is.
value
And I
for
did it
that.
for
But
8
to be
years.
honest,
I did it for 8 years. It's just our group was dying and like there wasn't the energy was lost. And you
yeah,
gotta, if you have the right, like Tom, my partner's got 30 people in his BNI group, it works. Like, so if you build the right group and everybody's committed to it, then I think BNI is great.
Any other questions, Kristen? One more?
Sure, one more. All right, so I'm gonna just throw an audible. This one's not in the chat, but I feel like there's probably people on this call thinking about it. You mentioned kind of getting out of your head, having no fear, and just going for the qualified agents. What would you say in like a very shortened, condensed form to someone this morning who's just maybe really struggling with that particular mindset?
I think you have to understand what your value is. Like you have to have like value defined. Like I know I can help someone make more money. I know I can help them save more time and have a better quality of life. I just know that because I'm in the trenches on the weekends working with them. You know, my pre-approvals are bulletproof. They know they're going to get the communication out of me. I know all they want to do, those bigger agents, is keep selling. I don't want them to ever have to stop what they're doing to worry about the mortgage. Like they're going to hear if there's a problem. If they don't hear from me, you know, they know that everything's on pace and on track for closing on time. I will say one thing, you know, no matter where you're at in your business right now, the one thing that I've learned very quickly is like you have to have a good recovery rate too. Like you're gonna have a bad month. I went 0 for 7 on multiple offers 3 weeks ago. The week after that, I was 5 for 6. This weekend we were 4 for 6. So like you got to recover quickly. You can't let your market or your goose egg that you put up in 1 month, you can't let that get into your head. You've got to figure out how to recover fast. That has been my number one. If you had to say what's my superpower today, it used to be I'm a good schmoozer. Today is that I recover really fast from like a bad month or a bad run at something. And so my agents do too. I get them out, get their heads out of their butts really fast.
That's such great advice, Frank.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Super
That's awesome,
cool. Mike, you're incredible, man. Thanks so much for being here, brother. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And okay, so if you want to get a little help from Mike, dailysuccessplan.com, dailysuccessplan.com, just go there. Gosh, what else was I going to say? Oh, I want to say thank you.
Something coming up on Wednesday.
Jimmy, what's up?
Kristen's taking this. I'm in the
All right, cool. So we're going to have the next mastermind class on Wednesday. I believe it's 1 o'clock Eastern time this time. Jen, am I right? Can you double check that? I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern time. Jen just put the link in the chat, carlmasterclass.com. Jimmy, you are going to be there teaching it though. So
I'm definitely going to be there teaching it.
Yeah. So Jimmy and Carl sat down and came up with 9 different benchmarks. And this is going to be more of a working session. Come prepared with some numbers from Q1 so that we can take a look at where we're at and we can figure out what do we need to do going forward so we can get you where you need to be for the rest of the year.
It's got all the tactics I used when I broke into the business, and I used it again twice when I had to rebuild. You know, sometimes you go through a slump. It's just about being highly active and highly visible. And it's a kind of a weekly report card for originators.
Wonderful.
All right, sorry, I lied. It's 12 Eastern time. It is 12.
12 Eastern time. What day? Wednesday?
This Wednesday. You still have time to register.
Wednesday. Carl Masterclass, free, open to everybody. So you guys can jump in there. All right, great. Hey, I want to thank Rudy Devers too for the market update. I think this is going to be a real fun little segment to have there. I don't know if he's still with us or if he took off. He's probably going closing some deals. That's what he's doing.
I think he had to go, and I think there is a market update. He just did not send me the right thing, so we will definitely get on track for next week.
Well, it's going to be tomorrow. We're doing this every day.
Oh, we're doing the market update every day?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, we'll get on track for tomorrow.
Maybe it's not every day. I don't know. I'll call Rudy today. We'll find out. You're going to be getting updated somehow. That's what we're going to do. So, all right. Hey, Mike Black, thank you so much. Of course, man, awesome. Appreciate you. I don't know if Megan and Matt are still around. They're great too. Don't forget, if you got those business loans, go to workwithloc.com, workwithloc.com. With that, we will go ahead and get on out of here. Have a great day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We're here with Robin Labasia tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to pick up where we left off last week with her. So you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch up with you here tomorrow. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.